Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Woman Up podcast, a place where women in business come for sisterhood and real talk. This is not another women in business podcast where all we talk about is strategy and scaling. This is where we connect with each other beyond the hustle, because before we were founders, we were women first. And this is where we get to tell each other our personal stories, our journeys, and how real life has shaped us. Don't forget, if you are watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. And if you are watching or listening on a podcast platform, then hit the follow button just so that you don't miss out on any future episodes. And yeah, I'm going to introduce you guys to my guest. Please welcome Zoe to our space.
Hey.
Hi.
Thank you for having me. Finally, we've got here.
I know.
We've got here.
Yeah.
We've got here. So thank you for having me.
Although we haven't known each other for that long.
Nope, we haven't.
Yeah, so I feel like I'm kind of excited for this because I feel like I know some of your story, and we went to a retreat together, and we have had like some intimate conversations, I guess is the right word. But I feel like I don't know like your full story, so this is a chance for me to like delve deep.
Okay, cool.
How are you feeling about it?
I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm just going to keep reminding myself it's just a conversation between us.
Yeah.
And yeah, you are just getting to know me better. But yeah, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm going to pretend there's not a camera there and there.
Yeah.
And just go with it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So I guess tell the audience like who you are and what you do.
So I'm Zoe, aka Zoe Curls. The name was given to me. It's kind of self-explanatory. I run a community interest company called All For One Community Hub. So we focus on helping people improve their physical well-being, mental well-being, spiritual well-being. I've got a lot of experience kind of in mental health, working with women when they've just come out of prison. All my roles have been helping people, but I kind of got to a point where I was like, I want to do my own thing and set up my own projects. So I'm a mum, I've got a 2-year-old daughter. Yeah, I think that's me that's the main kind of things about me, I guess.
Yeah. The company that you set up is called All For One, you said?
All For One Community Hub, yeah.
And what is the ethos behind?
All For One Community Hub, the name came to me when I was on the treadmill.
Because
I was like, what do we want to call it? Because we want it to be something for everyone.
Yeah.
We want everyone to be able to access it.
Yeah.
Like me and my daughter's dad, we set it up together.
Okay.
We've both got kind of lived experience of certain traumas and social issues. We've also both experienced services where maybe, I don't want to say they've failed, that's quite a strong word, but there's gaps that we've identified. So we kind of wanted something that everyone can access regardless of age, regardless of their background. And I was like, what can we call it? What's kind of an inclusive thing? And I was on the treadmill one day. I remember that saying, the 3 Musketeers, all for one and one for all. It just came to me.
Yeah.
Then I Googled it. I was like, what does that actually mean? And it's about
Community.
Community. We're both from the community as well. So the projects that we are doing and the events we're doing are mainly in our area, but we do want to branch out to other areas as well.
And your area is West London?
West London, yeah.
Yeah.
Ladbroke Grove, to be specific.
Okay.
I'm not going to do gun fingers. Edit that out, please. I'm not going to do gun fingers. Let's keep it professional, Zoe. You're nearly 40.
But when you say like you wanted something for the community, like what kind of something? Like just a community, like a space for community to get together? Or is it like for people in business that want support, or for like what kind of services, or is it just everything?
No. So it's other than focusing on physical, mental and spiritual health, we want to do things that bring everyone together. So creating unity in the community and also creating opportunities for people.
I love that.
So for example, one of the things we do is we have a market stall on Portobello Road once every month where we invite young entrepreneurs, like startup businesses, to come to the stall, get experience with talking to people, get experience with using social media and promoting themselves. Yeah, so we create opportunities within the projects as well.
I love that.
Yeah. So the aim is, like the project, well, we've done a lot of kind of one-off things, but the aim is to do longer term projects. And within that, what we would hope to do is get volunteers who then are eventually running their own projects with us or on their own. We've also helped 3 or 4 people, I think it is, to set up their own CIC. So it helps them do the paperwork, navigate company's house, those kind of things we've helped them with as well.
How are the events that you do, how is it going?
Really well. The last one we've done 2 this year so far. One was called Unite in Bliss.
Okay.
So that was done in March. And what we did was we rented out a space and we had independent businesses, so like stall holders selling holistic products like sea moss, candles. Yeah, the sea moss was 10/10. Like flavored sea moss. Oh my gosh. Candles. We had people selling like alternative medicines. Then we also had in one room one-to-one treatments. So we had massage therapy, we had Reiki, and then we had group sessions as well. So there was like yoga, meditation, stuff for the kids as well. Kids yoga, I did not know existed, but
I've heard of it, but I've never like seen it in action.
yeah, we had that. So that was a pilot event. It was free for people to come. They just had to pay for like the one-to-one treatments. And the feedback we got was amazing. Like all the feedback we got was, when's the next one? When's the next one? This is so needed in the community. So the next plan is to kind of branch that out further. And then in April, we done a family fun day, which
I love that.
Yeah, family fun day.
They're
had
always good.
It was good. It was the Easter weekend, so it was pretty busy. Family fun day, just bringing everyone together, especially in our community. So much has happened in the last few years. So just kind of making safe spaces for people to come and just have fun, unite, be together. Yeah.
I love this. So let's talk about what sparked this, because you haven't always been doing this. No. What were you doing before this, actually?
I didn't, life story time, here we go. I didn't really finish secondary school.
Okay.
I kind of went to school because I had to. Didn't enjoy learning. The only lessons I enjoyed was drama and English. So I finished secondary school with I think 2 GCSEs. Went to college, done an access course, ended up going to uni when I was like 21 and studied criminology.
Okay.
I always knew I wanted to help people. I always knew I wanted to do a helping role and supporting people. So I went to do criminology with the aim of kind of working with ex-offenders. Finished my degree, couldn't find a job anywhere because I had no experience. I had retail experience, so I'm applying for all these 35 grand a year jobs with like, and they're like, what experience do you have? Well, I used to work in Superdrug. It wasn't working, so I went back to uni for a year to do my masters, and part of my masters was a work placement. So I done a work placement in a youth hostel. The youth hostel had 16 to 25-year-old care leavers living there. Done my work placement there. They offered me a job as soon as I finished.
Wow.
Yeah, so I started doing that. It was great, but the money just wasn't enough. So then I applied to do a probation officer training course. Got onto that. That was 18 months on the job. But I went into probation when it was going through a massive change. So I don't know if you're aware, but probation, it's gone back to how it was. But I think they sold off about 70% of it. So it was private.
Oh, wow.
So what that meant was I walked into that and I was doing all the training and I was wondering, like, why is the staff morale so low? Why are like all these long-term members of staff always tired, always complaining? I should have seen the red flags at the time, but I was like, nah, I really want to help people who just come out of prison and it was just a lot of paperwork rather than working with people and getting to know people. Right. And I get it because they had massive caseloads. So you might get someone who comes in, and I had someone on my caseload coming in saying, I've got nowhere to sleep tonight. I've got nowhere to stay. And I could have sat with them for 45 minutes, ringing around hostels, ringing around the council, gone with them to housing, but there was no time because my next 10 clients are waiting downstairs. So eventually I left probation. And funny enough, there was an organisation we used to refer the women to who supported women when they just come out of prison or when they were serving their sentence in the community. And they used to just cover 4 boroughs in London, and then they secured funding for, I think it was 16 boroughs. So they were doing a massive recruitment drive. So I was like, right, I'm going to apply. I applied, got that, and was doing that for, I think, 3.5 years.
Okay.
So it was more of a community role. So I was literally, they had a project called Through the Gate. So if a woman was in prison, they'd get referred to us, say, 2 to 3 months before they were released. We'd go and meet them in prison, get to know them, find out what they're going to need when they come out. And literally the day they're released, we'd go and meet them at the gate, go with them, sit in the housing office all day long, help them do their benefit applications. A lot of the women had like drug addiction, severe mental health. Some of them were completely street homeless. Yeah, so I worked with a lot of women. So I was doing that. And then it got to a point due to personal issues, I was like, I kind of need to stop now and focus on my own well-being. So yeah, that's what I've kind of done. And then, so there's more. I did do my social work qualification as well, which took a year. Didn't go anywhere with it. But for me, I'm a qualified probation officer, I'm a qualified social worker. There's always going to be work for me. But not only that, I now have lived experience of certain things plus work experience of it. So that's the way I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've always been like in the community.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, my face is very well known.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, my first job in the youth hostel was in my borough, and I was like, everyone that's walking through this door, like I know their parents or I know their sister.
way.
So that's when I was thinking, okay, I do want to do jobs like this, but maybe a little bit. If I'm going to be working so intensely with people, I need to come out a little bit of the area.
Is it hard though, like when you know like their families and stuff?
It is. So like when I've had people on my caseload, if I know a sibling or I know them, I've had to kind of let my manager know I can't, because there's a conflict of interest, because I might want to help them more or know certain things about them. And that's one thing I liked about the job where I was supporting the women is they would ask you like, what area do you live in? Because we covered certain boroughs, and they would make sure they don't allocate you to the borough you live in.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know if I answered your question.
No, you did.
But that's what I was doing kind of before I got to the point where I'm like, need to slow down a bit. And then obviously something sparked where me and my daughter's dad decided to set up our own thing.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. I know you've said twice like you have a lived experience. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, sure. So I have lived experience of my own mental health conditions, so depression and anxiety. I think probably from late teens, early 20s. I don't know what sparked it off, but I'm going to say it was probably uni.
Okay.
Because looking back, what was going on for me at the time I started uni. So I don't know if it was like uni stress or whatever. And then more recently, I got diagnosed with PTSD not postnatal, that's the other one. PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. I got diagnosed with that in 2017 because I'm actually a survivor of the Grenfell Tower fire. So I was there that night, escaped, thankfully. And life's just been a absolute roller coaster since then. So yeah, my lived experience is obviously I lost my home, and it kind of opened my eyes because it was weird because at the time I was working for the Women's Project, so I was dealing with women that were street homeless, and to me, when I hear the word homeless, I think it's people sleeping on the street. But homelessness has many different forms. So even though I was in an emergency accommodation, aka a hotel, I was still classed as homeless. So my own lived experience of homelessness and mental health. That
experience though, I know we're not going to go into detail with like exactly what happened that evening because like you said, the news covered it.
Yeah.
You can find it online.
You can literally Google my name and it's all there.
Yeah. But not necessarily what happened on that night, but like the aftermath of that, just like the short term aftermath. What was that like?
It was, looking back, I can talk about it because it's taught me a lot. But looking back, it was horrendous. Like when I say we were left. It was the
left.
We were so the people that were meant to be responding and looking after us, aka the council, it was the community that stepped in. So it was the community that opened their doors. So the youth clubs, the churches, the mosques, they were where we went and sought refuge. So I remember going to one of the local youth clubs, Rugby Portobello. That's where I went. And we, as in people that escaped the tower, were like, we need to find out who is safe and who isn't. We literally got massive sheets of paper, wrote down everyone's flat number, stuck them on the wall. So we were literally signing ourselves in. The council, so the fire happened on a Wednesday. The council came to meet us on the Friday.
What?
So even though,
2 days later?
Even though we were kind of being allocated hotels, they did not leave their offices. And bear in mind, it happened early hours of Wednesday morning. They did not leave their offices to come to us until the Friday. So yeah, we were left, and it's just kind of opened my eyes to, because I was quite naive before. I'll be honest, I was just like I didn't really know much about processes, and it's really opened my eyes. It's been just gone 8 years, and there's still like so many failures. There's been a whole public inquiry which has shown all the things they've done wrong. It's shown all the corruption, all the cover-ups, and there's been all these recommendations that the government are meant to have implemented, and they just haven't really done it. It's shown me, to be perfectly honest, is they don't, like, the government does not care about the small people.
That's so sad.
It's so sad. And given how many people are in social housing, like, you see it everywhere now. You see all these news reports or things online of people talking about mold or roofs collapsing, and like there's no kind of urgency to deal with things. Yeah, I don't know if I've just completely gone a completely different direction, but yeah, we were just pretty much left. It was the community.
Yeah.
It was the community who stepped in and helped. It was the community who were coming down and donating clothes and food. And
Yeah, that's what I was seeing a lot of.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
people just getting together and helping each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not surprised that that's what your experience was.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize it happened in the morning. I thought it was like
the first phone call made to the fire brigade was about 1:45 in the morning.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So you were like sleeping?
I was sleeping, yeah. And my neighbour, so the fire started on my floor. So my neighbour, whose flat is, he woke up everyone. Like, he kind of knocked on everyone's doors. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. It's so much, like, even just hearing it, I'm like overwhelmed. I can't imagine what it's like to live through that.
Yeah.
But you've said to me before that, like, that was your spark to initiate everything you've done since then. Can we go into more detail with that?
Yeah,
like,
sure. So when it happened, we all kind of, I say we as in like the majority of survivors and bereaved families, we all kind of came together and was like, well, someone needs to be held accountable. We need answers for what's happened. So we formed kind of I don't know if we want to call it an organisation, but I'll use that word, Grenfell United, who are still actively going now. They represent the majority of survivors and bereaved of the fire. And the role kind of Grenfell United play is there's a committee, and then there's a committee. So I was on the committee from 2018 until 2022. So we were kind of, doing things like meeting with local council members, meeting with like government, like people from the government. Like, I've been to Parliament and stuff and sat down with some people. Yeah, just things around like housing, and meeting the I can't remember his name, it's completely gone from my head, but the people who were like dealing with the public inquiry. So meeting with them, holding like them to account, like, these are the recommendations that have been put in place to ensure another Grenfell doesn't happen. What are you doing? So I kind of found my voice, like an advocate for people, an advocate for change. And even like some of my friends with housing issues, I've kind of helped them with, right, let's write an email, let's do these things, and giving them little advice. And I'm no expert, I'm just Zoe from Ladbroke Grove. Like, I had to kind of, and it's the same with all of us. Like, and this is the thing about going off topic a little bit, which I found maybe people seem to forget, is the people that passed away that night and the people that lived in Grenfell, like, we were humans, as in like, we had jobs, children. We weren't just like numbers. It wasn't just like to the council and government, it's however many people are homeless. No, these are like real people. Yeah, sorry, I can't remember what we were talking about. Yeah, but what sparked it was so I was doing that for a little bit. Yeah, it just taught me so much about how using your voice can be really powerful. Yeah, like, it was exhausting at times, don't get me wrong, but applying pressure and not necessarily having to be shouty and aggressive and let's all go down and smash things up and do these things, because that's probably what they wanted. And some people, don't get me wrong, did respond that way. But I think that's kind of what they wanted. But we were always, holding people to account, applying this pressure, even through lockdown, having meetings on Zoom with like MPs. Like, we were like, yes, lockdown's here, but there's still things that need to be done. So we were still constantly just active, putting on like demonstrations. We have the silent walk as well. So for those that don't know, the silent walk, it used to be on the 14th of every month, to just kind of mark anniversaries and remember people that we've lost. But then now they do it on the anniversary, so the 14th of June, and then there's always one in December as well. Okay. So like the half, always like the year and then the half as well. Yeah. So we come together and we just remember everyone. There's talks at the end, like speeches. And yeah, we just kind of remind them, like, we're not going anywhere, and it's lovely. I didn't go to the last silent walk, but people are still showing up in their thousands to support, because the thing about what happened at Grenfell, it didn't just show corruption and in North Kensington and the housing situation in North Kensington. It's everywhere. Yeah, we have people, when I was actively on the committee for Grenfell United, we got people reaching out from all over London, all over like out of the country,
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the cladding, for example, that was on Grenfell. There's places in like Newcastle, Manchester, we were going to like these buildings where people are telling us their experience. Yeah, it just really opened my eyes to a lot of things. But it really helped me kind of find my voice. Not just around housing, but just around advocating for people.
Yeah.
Advocating for myself.
Yeah. I can see why, especially if you were head of the committee, you said.
No, I wasn't. No, that's way too much.
Oh, you're a committee member.
Big up Natasha though, if you're watching this.
Okay.
No, I was a member. So there was
okay.
12 of us. So there was a chair, vice chair.
Okay.
No, I was on the committee.
On the committee.
Yeah, I was one of the committee members. Yeah.
Hey ladies, quick pause. I hope you're enjoying the episode so far. As mentioned earlier, if you want to be part of our community and be the first to know when we launch, connect with us on Instagram or join the email list. Both links are in the description. We're going to have monthly guest speakers, live check-ins, accountability group, and even some in-person meetups happening throughout the year. And I personally can't wait. I know this business journey can feel lonely at times, but you don't have to do it alone. Connect with us and join the movement. Now, let's get back to the episode.
And you were diagnosed with PTSD how long after?
A month.
A
month after. Yeah, pretty. To be fair, one thing, the mental health response has, for me, I can't speak for everyone, it's been very, very positive. So they have actually set up a whole mental health service just for people affected by Grenfell. Yeah. They have set up a whole service for people, counselling service for people affected by Grenfell.
Okay.
Yeah, Grenfell Health and Wellbeing Service. They do family therapy. They do stuff for children.
That's good, because I always hear that like mental health is always the last one to like.
Yeah, for me personally, it's been positive.
Yeah.
And what I like about the service is, you know, sometimes when you do like an NHS counselling referral, it's 12 sessions or 6 sessions.
Yeah.
There's no kind of end.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and you can keep referring back. I've been back, I think 3 times. So I think 3 times I've been back. Yeah.
How's the therapy going?
I'm not doing it now.
Yeah.
So I done kind of Grenfell specific therapy twice. And then I had another therapist after having my daughter, but through the service. But that ended, I think, last year, November. Yeah, because having my daughter kind of brought up a lot of stuff for me as well. So.
Yeah. I was going to ask you about that because I know we've touched on it before, but so you had a daughter since then as well.
Yes.
How's that journey been?
Listen, hats off to my mum, because wow, it's crazy because like before becoming with me, I was kind of like, if I have a kid, I have a kid. I know there's some people who really want to be parents. I was just like, if it happens, it happens. But it's been a wild 2 years. It's been so fun though. And like, I don't really know where to start. So I guess I'll start from the beginning. So first of all, this kind of goes on the back of the Grenfell stuff. So got to kind of 2019. I left the job I was in to focus on myself. Done a course for a year in social work, which I didn't end up using, but it helped me because I got to go into like mental health units and see where there's gaps in that and where maybe us as the CIC can help with. But I said to myself, you know what? I don't want to do any type of work in or anything that's going to, let me kind of go back because I'm waffling a bit. But so 2022 was kind of the year where I was like, you know what? No studying, no working, no using all these distractions to really like, that's what I was doing. I was just doing distractions. Even though I was doing the therapy, I was still like, oh, let me go into this job and do that and do that. I wasn't. So 2022 was the year where I was like, nah, this is about me now. Like, I really need to focus on my mental, physical, and spiritual well-being. Okay. So I actually took the gym seriously. I was going gym like 4 times a week. Okay. I wasn't like, I'm not trying to be like, for me, gym was more for my mental health. Yeah, of course. Like, obviously, you know, looking good is great as well. But for me, it's the feeling I got from actually going to the gym. So I was going gym a lot. I was like meditating. I was doing yoga. I was getting out in nature. I was doing all these things. I also said to myself, right, 2022 is the year I leave the Grenfell United Committee. Okay. I really need to just pause. It's not forever. I'll always be fighting the good fight. I was like, I just need to pause and really focus on myself. Not step away from Grenfell because I'll never forget it, but I just needed to just stop everything. I got very sick in 2021 as well. And I feel that was my body's way of saying stop. Yeah, so 2022, I was just kind of focusing on looking after myself a lot. Since I think the first one was in 2018, there's been a company called Big Fight UK.
Okay.
So Big Fight UK, they're a boxing company, and they put on boxing events to raise money for things like International Women's Day. They'll have a women's only one, and then the women can raise money for like breast cancer awareness and stuff. But what they started doing was a fight for Grenfell. So every year they were doing an event specifically to raise money for the Grenfell Foundation, which is the foundation that was set up after Grenfell happened by people like Marcus Mumford from the group Mumford and Sons. And I was like, oh, it's coming round again this year in 2022. I was like, I think I'm going to do it. So I signed up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I signed up. It was 10 weeks of training with Big Fight UK. So 2 evenings a week. We'd go to their boxing gym. We'd learn like the basics of boxing, do a bit of cardio. Listen.
No.
That boxing, listen.
I know when I used to do, what's it? Oh my God, it's gone out of my head now. It's kind of like kickboxing.
Yeah.
The warm-up itself is
the
like
warm-up,
death.
you are dripping like no tomorrow. But yeah, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it. Like, I want to push myself. It's a challenge. I want to do it. My daughter's dad done it the year before.
Okay.
And he was like, oh, you can do it. Like, come on. I was like, yeah. And I had my little moment where I was like, I can't do this. I got punched in the face and it hurt. But I was like, no, I'm going to do it. Because I have to remember who I'm doing it for.
Yeah.
So yeah, done the 10 weeks training. Had my fight on the 9th of November, 2022. I won, obviously. But my opponent was such a good sport. Like, we laughed and joked so much during the training because there's a whole camp of you and the staff watch you and they decide who they're going to match up.
Okay.
And me and her, we got on so well. And we just kind of knew. I was like, they're going to match us because we were similar height, similar build, similar age. They matched us. And had my fight. It was all safe though. It was all like head guards.
Yeah.
Oh, it was all head guards and mouth guards. 3 rounds, 2 minutes each. Won my fight. And 4 days later, I found out I was pregnant.
Wow.
So my daughter has already been in a boxing ring. Yeah, I literally. And the funny thing was, before I got into the ring, because my opponent Sophie, she went out before me, and because it was Fight for Grenfell and I was doing it, like my crowd support, not to big myself up, like I had like the whole venue basically. Sorry, Sophie. I'm in the back hearing Zoe, Zoe, and I threw up. And
no.
I said to my coach, I was like, oh, it's just nerves. No, it wasn't Zoe. You was pregnant. She was with child. Yeah. But yeah, I found out a couple of days later that I was pregnant.
Oh my God.
And probably at that time, probably about 5 weeks pregnant. Yeah.
Your daughter was in there with you. Like.
She was in there, like, Sophie got 2 for 1. My daughter was like, come on. But yeah, so I found out I was pregnant. And I was just like I'm not religious, but I do believe like the universe sends you signs. And I was like, if this ain't my sign to like, okay, even though having a child, you're not slowing down.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like, nah, I don't know if this is your, like another gift, your purpose. I don't know. Yeah. But it was literally like, nah, this is just solidifying that I need to walk away from the Grenfell stuff. I need to, and it kind of was, it was nice because for me, I was like, I'm going to do this fight and then that's it. I'm stopping.
Okay.
So for them to find that out a couple of days later, I was like, yeah, it's meant to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, found out I was pregnant 4 days after my fight. I can't wait to tell her this when she's older. And yeah, the pregnancy was chaotic from the beginning. So first of all, I had to go. So when you find out you're pregnant, you then refer to the maternity services. So I initially referred to the hospital nearest to my house, St. Mary's in Paddington. I referred there just because it was the closest hospital. Went for the first midwife appointment and I was like, no, I don't like this hospital.
Yeah.
I just got a bad feeling. I didn't like it. And the area's not very nice as well. There's nowhere to park around there.
Yeah.
So the other hospital that most of us go to is Chelsea and Westminster. And even though geographically it's further, it's 20 minutes away, it's such a nice hospital.
It's a nice hospital, yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Let me transfer my things over. Went there, had my bloods done. And then I went to see that. So I had to have my bloods done first, which is normal. And then you see the midwife to go through like all these questionnaires. I kid you not, this midwife was just, her name was Jo. She called me into the room. I've sat down with her. She was like, before I begin, she was like, I just want to know, let you know, I've looked through your hospital records and I'm so sorry that you survived Grenfell. I was like, what? I was so taken back because in comparison to what, and the reason she brought that up, because she was like, obviously when you're pregnant, your hormones are going to be everywhere. It might trigger like I don't know if it's not postnatal, but whatever. It might just trigger like a depressive episode for you. So she referred me to like perinatal services. Like I was like, wow, for her to actually acknowledge that and bring it up. And she said, because of what you've been through, and I feel you need some consistency. So you're always going to have appointments with me. Whereas some women don't have that. They see a different midwife all the time. But with her, she was like, yeah, I'm going to see you every time. Then my bloods came back showing that I have the sickle cell trait. So sickle cell is a condition that affects mainly the Caribbean community where they don't develop enough white blood cells. So I don't have the full-blown disease. My sister does, but I have the trait. So what that means is where my daughter's dad, he's born here, but his family are Ghanaian, there's a chance that he could also be a carrier. So with us having a child together, it could mean, I think it's 1 in 4 chance that my daughter could have sickle cell. So then he had to have his bloods done. Then obviously you're waiting for that. I'm so just anxious, but thankfully he didn't have the trait. But one of the questions the midwife asked me was, have I ever had a abnormal smear result, which I have. And when I had my abnormal smear result, they had to do a procedure where they cut like the cells out. What that then means, and I didn't know this, I had the procedure done at St. Mary's, they never told me, it can make your cervix shorter, which then makes you like at risk of miscarriage, premature birth. So I had to be referred to the obstetrician, went to the obstetrician, and she like measured my cervix and said, right, it's a little bit shorter than it should be. So we're going to give you progesterone for a week. Then you're going to come back. So I was like, okay, come back. And she's like, the progesterone hasn't worked. We're going to need to do a procedure where basically they put a stitch in my cervix, which just kind of keeps the baby in place.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, okay. Here's me thinking pregnancy is going to be smooth sailing. I'm going to be doing yoga and swimming. No, Zoe. So I had that procedure done literally the next day. Had to stay in over the weekend. Then she said, right, in 3 weeks' time, come back and see me. You're on bed rest now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you are on bed rest.
For how long?
For those 3 weeks. So I was literally in my bed for 3 weeks.
Oh my God.
Only getting up to use the bathroom or to go to the kitchen. Like, that's it. Complete bed rest, Netflix. It was like lockdown, but by myself.
Oh no.
It was like I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
So I've gone back 3 weeks later, and I'm like feeling, I'm like, yeah, it's all going to be fine. It's all going to be fine. No, the stitch didn't work. My cervix was, I was dilating, and I was like 18 weeks. So she was like, she admitted me straight away. I didn't go home. I had to be admitted straight away, do the procedure the next day where they've put the stitch higher up. And the obstetrician done the procedure herself. So when I'm in the room with her, in the theatre, she was like, she done the procedure, and at the end, she actually told me she could see, you know, the sack the baby's in. She could actually see it. So she had to push the sack back in. Up. Push her back in, yeah. At 18, 19 weeks. Yeah.
That's so scary.
It was scary. And then this time round, my body felt different. Like I felt like this time it worked. So this time I was in hospital from the Friday till the Monday. And during that time, and this is what has kind of sparked one of the projects I want to do, no one came up to me to check in how my head was. After I had my procedure done, I was put on a ward with 5 women that had just had C-sections and their baby was fine. After being told that my baby was about to probably come out and she would not have lived. It was just crazy. And then the last night I was there, so the night before I was due to go home, I was told, we're going to put you into a side room, like private space.
Yeah.
I think because they eventually looked at, you know what, this girl is quite vulnerable.
Yeah.
We need to get her away from all the noise. And so I'm in this side room now. And 2 o'clock in the morning, I got woken up by screams of the woman in the next room because she'd had a stillbirth. And they put her in the same ward as all these women with their newborn crying babies.
That's so sad.
It was horrendous. Yeah, but then after that, I went back and it had worked. So my daughter was fine. She stayed in. Then out of nowhere at 28 weeks, I just started bleeding. Unexplained, was going back and forth. The midwives knew me on a first name basis. The security staff knew me on a first name. That's how often I was going back and forth.
Yeah.
They would check me every time my daughter was fine. The stitch was in place. They just did not know why I started bleeding. 17th of May, 2022. And just one of the doctors was like, no, we need to keep you here because no one knows what's going on. Like everything's fine, but you're just bleeding for no reason. By that point, I was 31 weeks. So that was on a Thursday. And on the 18th, we had our first event, but I couldn't be there. I'd organised, because it was Mental Health Awareness Week. So I'd organised an event and I couldn't be there. So I'm literally giving everyone instructions over WhatsApp because I was in hospital.
Yeah.
But it went amazing. Everyone smashed it. Then on the Sunday, they were going to discharge me home. And the bleeding had calmed down. They were like, yeah, you can get ready to go home now. I went to sleep, woke up, had a massive bleed, pressed the emergency button. They came running. They tied me up to this like machine and were like, you're having contractions. I had no idea. I don't know what a contraction's meant to feel like.
Of course.
They were like, you're having contractions. We're taking you to the labour ward. And then literally, this was the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, nothing. My daughter was not coming out for no one. I was just there like every 10 minutes, like, ow, 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 ow. Nothing was happening.
Oh my God, for 4 days.
4 days. Then in the end, I think I just kicked off and was like, I'm in so much pain. I'm tired. I haven't eaten. I've got a drip full of magnesium because I think it helps the brain development if the child is premature, or the lungs, one of the two. So they said, right, we can put you on a hormone drip to get her out eventually, or we can do emergency C-section. And I thought, you know what? You could do the drip and it might end up in C-section anyway, and I could still be here for another 4 days. So we went for the C-section. Plus, I'd picked up an infection. So I was like, even though I'm fine, even though she's okay right now, we don't know what this infection is. So she came at 31 weeks and 5 days. Yeah, she was fine. The thing is, if they're born after 28 weeks, it's fine. Like there's the survival rate is like 99%. They're just very small, and she needed to hit certain milestones like feeding by herself and stuff. So she was in the neonatal ward for 4 weeks. So she was in like an incubator. So like she came, but we were back and forth every single day. Neonatal, they were amazing. But to wrap it up with my point is, even though the experience and the midwives were great and everything was great, I was just noticing all I needed was someone to come and ask me how my mental health was. Because I was there, and just kind of, even though my daughter's dad would come, my mum would come, like no one actually was like, are you okay? Do you need anything? Do you want to get off the ward for a bit? Let's put you in the wheelchair. Let's go and explore the hospital. Or, because I'm just stuck there and I'm hearing women really distressed. I'm hearing like all these things going on around me. And it's made me think like, well, and then the aftercare support as well is quite slack. But like, I don't want to be disrespectful to the NHS. Like, it's not their fault. They're very stretched, but there needs to be something more, not just for mums, for parents, because no one asked my daughter's dad once. He sat there in the corner, helpless, just going to get food and stuff for me. No one asked him once, are you okay, Dad? Like, do you need anything? How are you feeling? And I really think that contributed to me then developing postnatal depression, which I didn't know I had, because I always thought postnatal depression was not being able to bond with your child. I didn't realise it was all these other things. So I was like, I don't have postnatal. What are you talking about? Yeah. But yeah, so I guess my experience of Grenfell and my experience of maternity services and just kind of the support, like, has wanted me to do like these projects to kind of just support parents through it all. I mean, there is stuff out there, but I do feel that more needs to be done. Yeah. Because how many women have babies every day? How many women just kind of, and the hormones as well. I didn't know. You get given like discharge papers, but I feel there needs to be information about how to support women with balancing their hormones after pregnancy. How to support women with, if they want to breastfeed, how can you help their milk supply? And I think dads or whoever the other caregiver is, they need to be supported too. Because it's kind of scared me wanting to have another child. Not so much the whole if the child is premature again. Yeah. But kind of everything else that happens from it.
Just a quick reminder, guys, while you're here, if you have a podcast or a podcast idea brewing in that little brain of yours, I would love to support you. I currently have a mini course that helps you tackle the top 3 things that I hear that stops people from launching their podcast. I've also got other resources to help you launch or grow with ease. No more stressing over editing or strategy. I've got you. Just connect with me on Instagram and let's chat about how we can bring your podcast to life. It is time to stop procrastinating on this one. Okay, let's get back to the episode.
What was the journey like after, like when you went home with the baby and everything? Because you said you had postnatal depression, but you didn't know. So what was that experience like for you?
So she wasn't able to come home for 4 weeks. So we were kind of going back and forth. But when she eventually got home, to be honest, that first year is quite blurry, but I just remember not accepting help. Like, I can do this by myself. Not by myself, but I wasn't wanting help from no one. I was very kind of, just closed and just a little bit like, my anxiety was through the roof. Like, especially because of how she came into the world. So my anxiety, if people come into my house, you need to wash your hands, you need to do this, you need to do that. Don't, like, I was just very kind of a shell. And it's similar to after Grenfell. I think that's why I kind of connect the two. And it did bring up certain feelings for me. So, like, I think, you know what? This is a good way to put it. I think why I struggled was there's so much pressure from the outside world and the pressure I was putting on myself to go back to how I was. Oh, I want to be back to the old Zoe. I want to be back to this. But no one teaches you that when you become a mum, like, a new person is born as well. And I think once I started to realize that and remember that, and also after Grenfell, I was constantly like, I want to go back to how I was. I want to do this. I want to do that. When I finally started to realize, actually, there's no going back to how I was. There's snippets of me, don't get me wrong, but now I actually need to rebuild this new person and create this new person. And I think once I realized that, plus started focusing on things like, let me try and balance my hormones, let me do a few things maybe for myself, I started to feel a bit more like, a bit more myself. But yeah, when she first came home, I think for like the first year, it was really hard for my brain. I was just all over the place. And again, that's why I want to set up projects for parents, for things like this, because it's needed. It really is. It's really needed. Like, even the family fun day, I got talking to a few mums who were like, yeah, we need stuff like this. We need more. When are you going to be doing more things like this? So my next plan is to reach out to some of them and do like some market research. Because it's all good me using my own personal experience, but I need to know what other people need as well.
Yeah. I have heard from like men as well that they don't really have support with like becoming a new dad, or even like single dads. Like, I think there's like an area there.
Yeah, there's a lot of, it's weird because it's like, whenever my daughter's dad takes her out, he gets comments like, oh, daddy daycare. It's like, well, no, he's just being, it's not daddy daycare. He's not babysitting this random child.
No, it's his child.
It's his child.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't feel that, and it's nice to hear it from the dad's side as well about what they experience. There just needs to be more for parents. Yeah. However that parent setup looks, there does need to be more.
With your CIC, do you think you'll have like specific services that are like stuff for parents, stuff for dads, stuff for mums, things like that?
Yeah. That's the plan. That's definitely the plan, to have stuff specifically for the people, like basically what the people want, what the people need. Yeah. Even down to like going back to the mum and baby groups, it is very kind of mum focused. And when I've noticed when I used to go and dads would come and be like, oh, there's a dad here, like it's alien to people. And I think services with dads about how to support mum, because like it's crazy after having a child. You're going through the physical changes and the mental changes, and my daughter's dad is very involved and he's such a like helping person, but I can imagine at times he felt very helpless.
Yeah.
Because, and bless him, I'm probably gonna go into a bit of detail here, but my milk supply started to dry up a little bit. He went and researched like how do you increase it, and then brought me home like all this fennel tea and stuff.
I love that.
Yeah, but all those things, because it's hard for dads as well. It's hard for dads as well because they're trying to look after mum and baby, make sure everyone's okay. But what about them? And like I said, my daughter's dad was not asked once in that room, are you okay, dad? Do you need anything? I get it. The focus is on making sure I'm okay and baby's okay, but dads need more support as well.
Yeah. So what is the plan for like the future with All For One?
I don't want to give too much away. We're going to take over the world. No, in all seriousness, the plan is to just continue to grow. One of the things we are doing at the moment, which I forgot to mention, is we work quite closely with the London Fire Brigade. So we have, me and my daughter's dad, we have a mutual friend who is a firefighter, and they've set up a CIC called Unified Against Violence. So we're working quite closely with them to get bleed control kits put in the area. So bleed control kits are ultimately, in the event someone is stabbed, these bleed control kits, they're like positioned, you know, like defibrillators. They're positioned in like the same
phone
place.
boxes,
So say like I'm walking down the road, someone's being stabbed and there's a bleed control kit on the wall. I call the number, I get a code, and it gives me all the equipment that is needed to basically support this person and ultimately save their life until until the emergency services come. So we at the moment, we've got the approval to get a few installed in the area. We just need to raise the money for them. So they cost them just over £2,000
each.
So each over £2,000 each. So we are doing like some of the events we've put on. The money has been going towards getting those bleed control kits installed. So that's one thing that we're doing. I am starting the research for some of the parenting projects as well. And Unite in Bliss, which I mentioned before, we're hoping to do some more of those events as well and get longer term funding for them and do them like every quarter, hopefully. But yeah, the bleed control kits is one of our main focuses at the moment.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. I've never heard of it at all.
Yeah. So the London Fire Brigade, I think it was on BBC News, they got 3 installed in northwest London.
Okay.
At the fire stations. I think Willesden and a few others, they got them installed there.
Okay.
Yeah, the London Fire Brigade.
Yeah, that's so interesting. I don't even know. I guess it has like instructions and stuff.
Yeah. So literally it's like the defibrillators, it's got all the instructions, but you need a code to get into it because anyone could just like vandalize it. But they've been proven to help save lives. So yeah,
that's amazing. So you got a lot happening. You're busy. How's mum life now?
Mum life is it's a roller coaster. It is. No, honestly, before I had my daughter, I used to see mums like saying like it's all these things. I never related to it. Now I'm like, yeah, I totally get it. So she's 2 and a bit. So she's very active.
Yes.
She's everywhere, touching everything, asking all the questions, talking a lot. No, it's good. I mean, I still have days where sometimes I might experience mum guilt because I do feel sometimes like I put pressure on myself to kind of, we have to be out here doing this or doing that. And some days I'm like, you know what? Especially when my periods approach and I'm tired.
Yeah.
And I think, you know what? We're going to have a bare minimum day and that's fine. So we'll do basic stuff at home, like playtime at home or painting at home or whatever. And as long as she's fed and she's cool, it is what it is. Because if I'm burnt out, if I'm tired, I'm no good to her.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm kind of gotten to the point now where I'm like, you know what? Like, I need to look after myself more. And I think going back to what we were talking about before, in the early days, I wasn't looking after myself. So it was making everything harder. Like I was not looking after myself. So I've started to really, it's hard when you're a parent because you feel like you have to always put the child first. And absolutely, yeah, but you really got to look after yourself too. Because if, like I was saying, if you're not looking after yourself, how can you look after a small person?
Yeah.
Who is mum every second. At the moment, everything is mum. And I'm like, yes, darling. You okay, mum? Yeah, I'm fine. Then silence. Mum. You okay, mum? Yes, I'm fine. Like constantly now, everything is mum. Yeah. But yeah, mum life is good.
And you've settled into accommodation now and everything, like?
Yeah, so we moved, so I was in an accommodation, she was born, and then we moved. We've been in our place now just over a year. Yeah, so we moved just after she turned 1. We moved again.
Okay.
Yeah. Me, her, and the cat.
Now. Cute.
Yeah.
I'm a dog person, but it's okay.
I mean, I do love dogs, but I just don't have the time.
It's true, they are.
My friend's got a dog, and she tells me she's up at like 4:30.
They keep you active, you know.
Yeah. So do 2-year-olds. So do 2-year-olds.
Fine.
But yeah,
I'll keep that in mind. Thanks, Zoe.
Yeah, I mean, you can borrow her. You can take her for a bit if you want. Honestly, she'll keep you active.
Okay, so I always finish my episodes with the Woman Up wrap up, which is just the same 4 questions for everyone.
Ooh.
So tell me something about you that no one really knows.
Something about me. I'm a writer.
Are you?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
what? Like poetry?
Yeah. Not poetry. No, I've always liked to write because I'm not only more recently I'm getting better with talking out loud. if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I can be quite, I fumble my words quite a lot. I bet you're going to enjoy editing this podcast because I've fumbled a lot, but I've always been better at writing, like expressing myself writing. And so yeah, I'm a writer. I do it to, like, more recently I've started journaling again.
Yeah.
But just like, I'll write anything that comes to mind. I've had a few little things published.
No way.
Yeah, just a few little like magazine articles, mainly around Grenfell stuff.
Okay.
But I've had a few things published. But yeah, I'm a writer.
That's amazing.
And I am slowly getting back into it.
Good.
Yeah,
I love that.
slowly getting back into it. Yeah.
Okay. Put me down for your first book.
Yeah, of course. Signed copy.
Okay. Would you rather go back in time and give advice to your younger self, or meet your future self and hear what she has to say?
I would say go meet my future self and see what she has to say, because the past is done. It's done, and my younger self probably wouldn't have listened anyway to what I told her. So I would want to go forward and see, especially now, like I'm kind of at a stage where I'm grown into this new person. I'd want to see what my future self looks like, and yeah, or maybe it could motivate me to, like, yeah, I know what I'm trying to say. See, I'm fumbling now. I need to write it down. But yeah, I would definitely future self.
Yeah, I love that. If we had another conversation a year from now, what is one thing that you hope you've achieved by then?
These projects.
Yeah.
Really getting these projects off the ground and helping people.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the CIC growing, these projects growing, and maybe even getting like a specific pot of funding to, I don't know, go into hostels where there's young parents or something. Yeah, definitely around this parenting stuff, like seeing that grow in a year.
Yeah, that's good. Because that's like personal to you, I think.
Yeah,
parenting
100%.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, last one is, if you had to describe this season of your life as a song, a book title, or a movie, what would it be?
This one's tough. There's a song, yeah. Oh my God, I can't remember the name of it.
Oh no. You have to sing it now.
No, don't. Your podcast, no one will come back. If I start singing, no one's coming back. Oh my gosh, what's it called?
What's it about? Like, what are the lyrics?
It's by India.Arie, but I can't remember the name of it. But she's basically one of the lyrics in the song. She says, "This ugly duckling has turned into a swan," and I hear this song all the time. But I've heard it. It's in a film, and I always heard it. But it came on my phone the other day on shuffle, and I really listened to the lyrics, and I was like, "Yo, this resonates."
Get It Together by India.Arie.
Yes, because that's what I feel like I'm doing.
I'm gonna listen to this on my way home.
I feel like I'm finally like getting it together. I really do. Yeah, because there's a lyric in there, something about like, no one hurts you more than your friends or something like that. And one thing I didn't mention way back at the beginning was when I was kind of going through, I need to stop doing this. That also meant disconnecting myself from a lot of people and things that didn't bring me joy. What I noticed I would do is stay around things that wasn't making me happy and it's holding me back. So yeah, listening to that song. I listen to that every morning now.
No way. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
That would be the one.
I'm going to listen to it.
Yes, do.
Okay.
Do. It resonates.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on. It's been amazing having you.
Thank you.
And I hope to see like all the projects that you come out with. I'm excited for you. I feel like you have like so much happening.
Yes, we do. We do. It's if anyone's got any advice, if any mothers have advice about how to manage motherhood and business, please help. Send help, because I need some.
Yeah, I've seen a few like business mum business groups on Instagram and stuff.
Okay,
so yeah,
I might give them a follow.
Yeah,
because it's great though, and it's going to be her legacy as well.
Yeah,
it's going to be stuff for her to be like, my mum done that.
Yeah. Well,
you go into school and brag, darling. You do that.
Also, her mum was in a fight while she was in the belly. So
yeah.
I love that story.
Yeah.
Okay, well, amazing. Thank you so much. All of your details will be in the description, your Instagram and everything. But yeah, guys, thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the things to help us get more women reaching the podcast, more women listening to these types of conversations, and obviously connect with Zoe if anything resonates and you want to hear more about her projects. But I will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, that's it for another episode of the Woman Up podcast. Thank you for spending time with us. It really means the world. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please take a second to follow the show and leave us a review. It really helps more women to find these conversations. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And also leave us a comment if anything in the episode resonated with you. We love, love, love to hear from you. Even better still, feel free to share this episode and tag us on your socials. Of course, I will see you right here next week for more real talk, sisterhood, and conversations that actually matter. Until then, keep going, keep growing, and woman up.